Hi, this is Yasmita Megan, the designer of the Yazzii Craft Storage Bags. I'm speaking to you from Melbourne, Australia, and I'm here to talk to you about the most recent large bag that we've designed. It came up because a lot of crafters asked for something that they could take to their retreats and carry their craft accessories as well as their notions, but they also wanted a bag that fits their blocks for their quilts that they were taking out to their retreats. So I wanted to explain before we start that all our products for the last 20 years have been made in India and at the same factory. Nothing has changed as far as where they're made. It's the same artisans that have been making them. They're very labor intensive. They're made on a treadle machine. And the bag that I'm about to show you takes 20 hours for one of the artisans to completely manufacture this bag for you. They've been working on treadle machines. We've recently introduced a few of the more advanced Juki machines, and this was after a lot of convincing because they were very comfortable doing it the way they were used to. The pockets are all cut manually with someone sitting on the floor. There is no machine that sort of is automatically preparing anything. So you can look at it. It's all a handcrafted bag, and that's the importance and respect. It does have over in every part of the world globally. We've been known to be leaders as far as quality, functionality, uniqueness, durability. And I know of many crafters who have used these bags for 15 and 18 years and tell me they're still going strong. So I'm going to just quickly show you this little picture if I can. So you can see that they're made on treadle machines. Right, that's one part of it. It is definitely a labor of love, and they're considered handcrafted classics. So we have a bunch of ladies who will check all your zippers for you every day. It's important to have an understanding of how these bags are produced. So at least when you're looking at them and you look at the quality, you understand that there's a lot of labor, and people have enjoyed making these bags for you for 20 years. And that's why they last. So I'm going to show you the Maxie Yazzii now. And before we do that, I'll just start with this, where I'm going to show you it's a quilted bag. You can see closely the quilting in there, the little pipings that go through the handle. We've got a Yazzii.com label, so in case you're ever looking for us, you know where to find us. So I'm going to just adjust the camera and get ready to show you the bag internally, and we'll talk a little bit more about it. Okay, now this was the cover that I showed you earlier, and I'm opening the bag now, and this is the inside cover page. Now this one accommodates an A4 book, a pattern book, a hoop, a template. It's just little things I've put. It doesn't mean that it has to be in there, or I just wanted you to get a visual of the amount of space. This is 2 horizontal pockets that has a lot of depth as far as the gusset goes. So we've given you a lot of room in here to give you, you can place a lot of larger articles in here comfortably. So that's the inside cover page. And when you look at the bag in front of you, these are 3 horizontal pockets that fits a lot of your threads as well. Pretty large threads. I've just filled them because I don't have that many threads to fill. I've tried to put lots of various things to give you a good idea. And this is something, even though it's on every insert that comes with the bag when it's packaged, we do often get questioned about the fact whether the products come included in the price of the bag. But no, it doesn't. It's just there so that visually we filled it up as best we can to give you a very good idea of what you can fit in the bags. It does make it seem like there's a purpose, and you get a good idea of how you're going to go home and use your bag. So that was the first inside cover and the page that faces you. On the next page, again, I've got 3 pockets. These 2 are divided, the lower 2, and this is a full pocket. We tried to, you can put your braids, you can put your trims, you can put your accessories, your rotary cutters, needles, anything you need that might work for you. And again, every pocket has this extra sleeve on either side that gives you room to bulge up on whatever you need to keep in here. So this was the second part of it. And in this area, we've placed a pocket in here with a plastic cover. So you can keep your fabrics, you can keep your books, you can do whatever you need to, as well as you can keep some fabrics at the bottom if you need to. Now this is, as I said, this is a 3-part bag, 3 pieces. This is one of the pieces of the bag. So I'm going to just raise the camera a little bit so you're getting a visual of the whole bag as you're going to receive it the way it is. Now, the next product that goes into the bag is your block storage case that we've added. Now, the bag measurements are 15 by 15, and we allowing and accommodating a 14 by 14 blocks that you can keep in here. So this particular bag, you can keep your fabrics in here, all your blocks. The reason I've also added scrapbook paper at the back, so that you have an idea that it can be used for your scrapbooking paper or as a perfect scrapbooking bag. That's quite a popular craft, and I find often people are buying this particular bag and saying it's the best thing for scrapbooking. Scrapbookers had many heavier bags, and they used to lug around to their classes, and they're just looking for something more practical. And this seemed to have answered what their needs were. And this was the first time in 20 years that we came up with a square sort of a bag, and that allowed for paper crafts as well as your blocks. Now, I don't have anything for 16 by 16 blocks. The maximum we've allowed for is a 14 by 14. And that's, I don't think, if there's anything larger you need, I don't think we're planning to provide that at this stage. So let's assume you are taking your fabrics, your magazines, your books in this bag, and you've got all your blocks for that particular quilt for that weekend that you're preparing. You can place it in here. And I'll let the camera come close so you can see how well it fits in here. So, okay, and that's the third bag. This is the second component of this bag. So when we say the Maxie Yazzii CA375, it's a 3-piece bag. This is the top cover bag, the main bag that I showed you. You get your block storage case within that bag. And the third part of this bag is we've provided you the set of 3 pouches, which we look at it as one product, because we do sell this 3-piece pouch on its own. Often people like that just to add to other Yazzii bags, and you might want to keep smaller projects amongst your bags. So these are 3 pouches, and they can sit in the bag. So you pretty well are prepared to keep lots and lots of pieces in here. It's perfect for you to take to a retreat. Your threads, your blocks are in here. You've got your rotary cutter, your embellishments, your accessories, your books, your pattern books, your templates. Everything you need is in one bag. And when you're all done, you just carry that off after you finished your class. Throw it over your shoulder, And I'll let the camera just go up a little higher so that you can see the handles. Now, in this bag, I want to show you everything that we provide in the Yazzii craft storage range. People have found some innovative ways and used their imagination over the years and embellished these bags. I've seen this particular bag with some English paper piecing on it. I'll just give you an idea. It doesn't mean that it has to be this way or that. This is not the identical bag. But for example, you can put a little patch of your embroidery in here. You can place it on top and whip stitch it around it. The bag with the English paper piecing, I know I saw it in the US at one of the exhibitor stands. They've done all their bags. They love this bag and they've really embellished it well. So something like this, you can do some wool embroidery on it as well and whip stitch it. The choice is yours. There are various techniques and it's up to you what you feel like, the color wave you want to use. It can be made up with your stash that you've got. So I think it's a great bag. It's been very popular. It was my last bag that we covered. And let me move now from here to the next product that we created after this. And it came up because every time I presented this bag, anyone that bought it would say, can we buy more of these little pouches? Because we have lots of quilts and we like to separate our quilting blocks cases and keep them for various projects. So what I did in this case is after I created this bag and completed it, I went off to the next product. I'll put the insert up for you so you have a good idea of what it looks like. And if you can just have a look at that insert, and I'll come back to you with the bag. Okay, now the next bag we designed after a request came through for those little block cases, extra block cases. I'm going to go a little closer so you see it. Now what we did is, because that one didn't have a little handle and it was meant to fit at the base of the bag, I thought if anybody did not want to buy the larger bag for whatever reason, whether it's costs or whatever, and they might just be as happy with this little block storage case, I thought it best to design it with a little handle that helps you carry it where you're going. So again, the purpose of this was for your 14 by 14 blocks. So whether it's your applique, paper crafts, I know it fits westerly, what's it, the ruler that comes in, it's a crosshair ruler that the westerly rulers are protected in here. And you can fit quite a few blocks. I've just got this one here, but it should give you, for one quilt, lots of blocks that will be accommodated in this bag, and you can carry it with you. Now, people are also saying, well, I don't want the handle. At the end of the day, I'm not going to be able to separate the handle. This was done with some good thinking around it, saying that if you're buying the bag without the large bag, this will be helpful. If you don't like it, just snip it off and you'd be happy as well. There's nothing I'm going to do to remove the handle or offer two types of them. From this bag, we went on to the next product, where they said, this is great for individual quilts. We love the fact that you were able to provide this for us, but we want larger block cases where we want lots and lots of blocks just to store at home. We prepare them and we'll leave them and maybe just take these for our retreats. So I went off to the next one. So I'll let you have a look at the insert of what this is style number CA370, and it's a larger block storage case. As you can see, it fits a lot more in this area. And if we're looking at the I'll just tell you well, I'm not sure, I can't find those dimensions here, but it's quite large and it fits lots and lots of blocks for you. So if you look at it, the way we open this bag, I've managed to get this in here. This is a quilt, some fabrics, just to give you an idea of what it does take. So it's quite thick. I'm sure you can fit hundreds of blocks in here. It's a great storage bag at home. It's visual. You can see what you've got in there. So this was done as an add-on, because that was 18 months ago. I designed 3 bags. All were related to each other. And I thought that I needed, I'll just get the camera up there. And so you can see this as is. So the dimensions for this bag would be 35.5 by 35.5 by 7 centimeters. So I hope you enjoyed seeing these 3 bags, and we'll move on to the other products now. But before I do this, I want to show you the same bag. When we talk about embellishing it, I have a friend who uses lots of these bags for all her quilting blocks, and she thinks it's one of the best designs. She prefers the bigger one because she can put her pockets in there, and she does use it quite well amongst many of her craft projects. And what she's done, she's designed a little patch using some sashiko embroidery and attached it to the bag at the base. Again, it's your choice. You don't have to do anything, but it does work, and it looks nice, and it personalizes it for you. So this is where we finish off with our bags that are related with block storage, and we will move on to other products. But for now, I'm going to move on to the next product, which is our CA474, the style number, that is with our fabric Yazzii Craft Storage Fabric Box. Keep an eye, it's the storage box, craft storage box. Look at the dimensions from your perspective in inches. It's 11 by 9.5 by 3 inches in the depth. And I will mention to you that half our products do work brilliantly for your jewelry and makeup, and even just traveling, which we're not doing too much of it anymore, but at least you have a good idea that they make beautiful Christmas gifts, birthday gifts leading up to the holidays in your part of the world. And just keep in mind that they are handcrafted bags, and each bag's made on a treadle machine. Lots of zippers go into some of these bags, almost 30 in some of the larger bags. And we are very proud of the quality. After 20 years, we believe we've got a product that works for you, and it's up to you whether you see it as an option for you. So I'll start with the CA474, which is on my website under that style number, and I'll let you have a look at it closely here. This is the cover of it. As you can see, it's well quilted, spongy. This bag came up because people asked me for a bag that we would have loose sleeves. They did not want anything attached in my bag. So if you're looking at that closely, I'm going to explain this bag to you. So you've got one pocket that has got a division here and a horizontal pocket across for your little accessories and notions. The next two, actually, I've got them full, meaning I've not divided them at all. So it's up to you to put larger items. So you get 4 sleeves in this bag. This is the one that's central, and you've got 2 vertical pockets in here. And I will explain before I go forward is that this particular stitching can be unpicked if you prefer a fuller pocket. like in the case of the first pocket where I showed you a division on the top, you can unpick this area and you will end up getting a full horizontal pocket as well. So I think it does work. It gives you options. We obviously tried to cater to everybody's needs, but we have given you that flexibility, which a lot of people don't know about it. Often they'd say, oh, I wish it didn't have this pocket or this division. It's all there for you to use. So it's up to you how you use your bag. So you get 4 sleeves in the bag. And if you work on this one, what I did here is I gave you this extra room in the front. What I've done is put an A4 book in here. There's a magazine in here at the bottom. And then I'm showing you that you can put a little box of bobbins in here. You can put your fabrics on top. That's one way of using that part. And then this is the section where you will keep your little sleeves in here. So there's your 4 sleeves in here. So that's your project box for whatever you're doing, and it'll help you store your larger items, smaller items. And I had this little hoop, which is around 9 inches, and I wanted to give you an idea that it does fit on the top of the bag if you wanted to. And you can shut your bag, and you've got a perfect sewing box, project bag, that works really well. It's got a little handle on top. So that's what it looks like. And the big advantage of this bag, apart from the fact that it came purely from customer requests that they wanted something without any attached pockets, is we've given you this area that is absolutely plain. There's no pockets at the back. We didn't attach. We could have added a pocket at the back for extra functionality, but everyone wanted something where they can embellish the bag. They can do some machine embroidery on the bag. Some people do beading projects on the bag. Some people do English paper piecing on it, like you make up your own little creation and do that. And you just attach it to the top and the cover. I'll just quickly move to some of the samples that I've got here that might help you. So this is a little stitchery someone's done in Australia. This is from Helen Stubbings. She lives in Tasmania, brilliant designer, and she's done this little stitchery on a Yazzii bag. And this way it personalizes your sewing box. You feel like you've put something together and personalized it by embellishing it, using a technique that works for you. I think it's a great idea. The next one, I've got someone in Australia. This is from Indigo Niche, and she's done some borrow embroidery on the bag. So again, it's just another way to embellish the top, and you've got total access because there are no zippers or anything obstructing you. The third one I wanted to show you is it's direct machine embroidery. This is from Chandler's Cottage. So the designer is Lisa Chandler, and this is directly done on the cover of this bag, as you can see. So it's just ideas. You don't have to do anything. You can use the bag as you see it. It does not matter, but I wanted to share this with you, so it just gives you that little bit of creativity. We will play some videos now so you can see that and also have some good ideas on the embellishing side of things. Okay, the next product I'm going back to is our mini craft organizer large. This was my first bag that I introduced in 2001. And I'm going to start with a little demonstration of what I was thinking and what was in my head and where this business has led 20 years later. I worked in the travel industry and always was frustrated because I couldn't find what I needed when I got to a different city. And I would take a jewelry bag, I'd take a makeup bag. It was just all over the place and I was very, very annoyed. Anyway, when I retired from the industry, I was thinking of starting a little business, and an idea came to me about a bag that would be practical to hold everything I need when I traveled. So I'm going to start with demoing that bag to you, and you can see what I mean. So we'll just put the insert up there, and we'll start with the bag. It's my top selling bag even today. For you, and I'm going to start showing it to you now. So this is the first pocket up here, and I started using it for my makeup, my little bottles of shampoos and stuff. In 2001, when I designed it and I made my first sample in March, I found that during the year there was 9/11 in there. The whole travel industry changed. People were more particular about what you carried in your suitcases, and this just idea fell into my lap, and I feel that everyone that travels loves using this bag. I know I do. So I'll just bring the camera a little bit closer to me now and to the bag itself so you can see it. So in here I've got a compartment in here, and I've got my jewelry in this bag. The reverse side, it's all sponge and it's soft. It protects my jewelry. The second pocket again is separated in the middle. You can unpick it if you don't like it, but it's been done to give you various options. Like the cover pocket is full. Then I've given you two divisions here. Then the third one, I've given you a full pocket. I'll just bring that a little closer in here. And at the bottom, I've got my medications and everything I need in one bag. And I want to draw your attention to the last pocket, where in here you'll have an extra pocket to keep your personal items. So there's a pocket in here. It's very spongy, it's lightweight, it's lined, it's got some beautiful quilting, perfectly matched up zippers, and as you can see, it fits everything perfectly together in here. And I find I keep my phone chargers, anything I need at the bottom, at the base of the bag. And when I go, this is perfectly packed for every trip. I've used this bag for 16 years in a navy color. Finally, it fell apart. The plastics broke. But I mean, it did give me over 160 international trips. And I was very happy with what people are paying for this bag and using it for 15, 18 years. Maybe the quality is too good, but I do appreciate the feedback I'm getting on this bag. It's still our top selling bag. They make great Christmas gifts for people traveling, or even to keep at home with all their personal essentials. Now, during that time, I met someone who does cross stitch and embroidery. She was someone who I met in a shopping center in Sydney when she saw me with my makeup bag. And she suggested I take this to craft shops who might appreciate it as a go-to project bag. So this is where they keep their threads, their embellishments. You keep your rotary cutter, your buttons, your zippers, your beads, your patterns, everything you need. You can keep some fabrics at the bottom. And it does work brilliantly. It's lightweight. It's only, I think, about 150 grams in weight. And this is all you need. Now, after many years of using this, I did have someone come up to me and say that it was a quilting teacher, and she said she's used this bag for 12 years as a teacher, probably opened and shut this bag at least 10 times a day for what she did, and found that this bag worked and every zipper is still operating. Now we're talking, it's around 15 years since we've got this bag, and she gave it to me a few years ago. Every zipper is functioning well. She just thought it was looking a bit tired, and she decided to do some embellishing of her own, put in her own idea and made it look really nice. I think it's a great idea. And since that day, I think we've had worldwide interest in our products to be able to embellish it, personalize it, and it's just a beautiful way to use your bag and stand out in a classroom. People are doing workshops on these bags, showing you various techniques as well. I'll just give me okay, and I'll also show you another one like this. So that's the last of the embellished bags. Now from here, we went on to a smaller size, and I'll just put up the picture of the smaller bag, and you can have a good look at. Okay, the next size we brought in was the petite organizer, which is half the size of the larger one. So if you're looking at it, this was where we went with that size. It's great for your little projects when you're going away. It's lightweight. You can carry it on the plane. If you're going to work, you're on the train station, wherever you are sitting on a bus or something, you can take out your items. It's pretty good. It also has a little zipper pocket at the bottom. So in total, there's 6 pockets here, and there's 8 compartments in the larger bags. So this can be used for any project that you might. Beaders love the bag as well. And the same bag when you're traveling. If you'd like to carry some of your makeup, some of your jewelry, a few lipsticks, some medication, some pills, whatever you need. And it's just a perfect little gift. Often when you're looking today for any gift for a friend who has everything, I find our products really work well because everyone finds a use for it, whether it's at home or if they're traveling. They might keep their medications in one of them. I know some of the hospitals sell it in their pharmacies as well, and for the medications. And half our range of bags definitely work very well because they're so multifunctional for the craft and the travel side. Now I'm going to play, before I do that, I'll just show you a couple of these embellished bags, and we'll play some videos for you. So this is a little elephant done with felt, whip stitched on top. Some trims have been used. It doesn't have to be part of any kit or anything. If you've got some imagination, you've done this kind of thing before, you've got some felt lying around, it's perfect. This one, they've just put lots of embellishments on it. They've left the back plain. So I'll play a couple of videos on both these bags to give you a good idea, because they're probably the most popular bags. Even after 20 years, they sell very well for various people and ages. And I'd like you to see this. We've come to the end of our program today. I've pretty well emptied out my all the display area today, trying to show you these products and samples. We've really enjoyed our time with you today. I hope you've managed to get a good idea of what all these bags are about and a little bit of a background around it. This was the first time we've done this kind of a session. We're planning the next 3 for the next few days. I hope we will try and come up with different ideas where we can give you a good show of the internal of these products. Please do visit us again tomorrow, where we'll be covering lots of different products from what we've done today. I look forward to seeing you at the next classroom for tomorrow's session. Thank you for your time. Bye for now.